Alignment is important. If we don't do this, we cannot go down for sustainable leadership development. Why? Because in this bigger chunk of our country sector, they talk about immediate solutions, which is short term. Go and get it from the market, right? So leadership development, succession planning, and this is the different in the vision. So again, coming back to the point, vision alignment is important. Secondly, the concept is of loyalty in this sector, and we've been talking about loyalties yesterday and today. I think it should be talent versus loyalty. If the talent is there and if the talent is engaged and is growing in the organization, that loyalty or that long term is fine. Otherwise, it doesn't work. And the approach we should get into should be homegrown talent versus market ready talent. Because if we are again taking the shortcut, immediate solution, going back to that, then we are again going to the market and we are not focusing because of that for the leadership development at all different levels. Now, taking the second piece, which is the sustainable leadership initiatives. See, we have to do one more thing, that bring this leadership development out from HR and roll it down to all functional levels, because we have to convert all these line managers into HR managers and make them partner into leadership development. And we can only be the catalyst. We can only provide the tools. Yeah, and these tools which we have been discussing about, like succession planning, like mentoring, like coaching, PDPs, we do TNAs, but what do we do after those TNAs? Do we convert those TNAs into meaningful development plans? Do we roll out all those, or 90% or 75% of those trainings? Do we do the evaluation of those trainings, right? And then do we see the return on investment on those trainings and going forward? So we as HR, our role should be as facilitator, as coach to these line managers, and let's convert them into HR managers. And the day this hall or 75% of this hall is filled with non-HR professional, this is the time when we will start implementing the sustainable leadership, because this is where the divided ownership would be.
Thank you, Shahrukh. Great.
Thank you.
One more point, I would involve the audience with me, then we will open the floor for this. How many people are here from HR? Please, quickly. Good. How many of you have been shifted from business to HR? 4 people. Business to HR. My point is that. My point here is to make here is the sustainable leadership which we are going to talk, or which we all want, including myself. Do we have a plan, or we are thinking on these lines कि हमारे HR के structure में business से लोग आएं, और वो क्योंकि that will make all of us comfortable to develop those leadership capacities जो उनको चाहिए. Any view from you people? Sir, please.
देखिए, हम ये सारी बात जो कर रहे हैं, ये cliches हम बात कर रहे हैं. There are many systems and processes of doing things.
Agreed, sir.
And there is no end to talking about all these things.
Sure.
बुनियादी तौर पर हमें ये चीज़ देखनी है कि what are we doing and what's in it for different people. If you look at it continue to look at things from an organizational perspective. I want this, I want to develop this, I want to that, but we need to understand what does the employee want. The engagement that has to take place. And I don't get into a lot of theories and all that. Very simple. It's a contract. It's just like an overlapping situation. The organization wants an individual, and the individual comes to the organization. Where their common needs are meeting, that's where the contract is taking place. And that's the engagement level. We need to make that engagement sustainable. And we need to always look at all our initiatives to understand that are we addressing the question, what's in it for me, for the employee. Be it a career development, be it compensation, be it empowerment, and all those things. So the list goes on doing things. But the basic thinking, your actions have to be guided by the respect and understanding that when you are engaging employees, for what sake, you are doing it just for yourself, or you are having an appreciation and understanding for the needs of the employees. So this just we talk about the 3 P's, that plumbing and what you call policing and poetry. That when you look at the organization, I just came across this thing and I found that very interesting. I want to share is that you look at plumbing in the organization, that how is everything is working. Policing is that is everything working the way it should work. But we need to pay attention to the poetry in the organization. What is going on in the hearts and minds of the employees? What is going to delight them? And how are we going to encourage them to come and perform at a level which is going to provide results to the organization? And I feel that sustainability comes from there.
Great. Thank you very much, sir. Anyone else from you want to comment on this thing? Business
Yeah,
to...
I can sort of add to
Sure.
that. I'm actually a living example of movement from business to HR.
Great.
In my 10 years at ICI, I think I've spent almost 5 on the line management front. I've run supply chain, sales, marketing, etc. And I see both sides of the desk. I was a frontline guy at some point, and now I'm sitting on the other end. I'm more of a support function now. And for me as an individual, and when we're talking about leadership, capability building or sustainable leadership, and there are a fair bit of HR professionals here, and my advice would be that the difference that I saw was that typically people who are HR specialists, and there's no offense to anybody sitting here, need to perhaps improve their understanding of business. They need to speak the same language to add value. It's very simple. These are commercial organizations. They need a return on the investment. They need money. They need to make money. They're not an NGO or a charity house. Largely corporate organizations. And if HR professionals are able to speak their language, convince them on the return on investment, or convince them that whatever their initiatives are, or whatever their whatever they want to do, or whatever spend that they want to get an approval for example, needs to be justified. तो यहाँ typical mismatch ये होता है कि HR specialist जो होता है वो theory बात कर रहा होता है, sales वाला कहता है यार you have no idea what's going on in the market. So उससे ये होता है कि एक तो खैर buy-in नहीं आता management का, और दूसरा इशू ये आता है कि they sort of get sort of fizzled out.
But the point is this: we the all HR people are so much busy in doing our own work, जो हम छोड़ना भी नहीं चाहते हैं ताकि अथॉरिटी खराब ना हो जाए, तो बिजनेस कैसे सीखेंगे? That means there should be a mechanism कि HR का बंदा बिजनेस से रूट हो. Sir, please.
It's just interesting that last night we were sitting here in the lobby quite late and we were talking about different things, and this was exactly the point. We were 7-8 of us were sitting.
Sir.
See, we need to understand this when we say this is an HR perspective and this is that. There is no perspective, there is only business perspective.
Great.
Everything you do has to respond to the business. So we need to wake up and shake this concept that this is HR perspective, or HR has to do this and the sales have to do this and marketing has to do that. No, everybody has to do things for the organizational aims and
But
objectives.
sir, I am the HR. I say बाकी लोग मेरी तरह चले ना, उसका क्या हाल है?
क्यों ये कहने की क्यों जरूरत है आपको?
That's the
कि
point. We all
ये मेरी तरह चले, my way or your way,
talking
our
very
way.
openly. सबके साथ ये प्रॉब्लम है, माने ना माने.
नहीं, चक्कर ये we need to look at it that there is only one way. There is not my way or their way or his way, somebody's way. Every way, all the ways are just one way, and that is the only way everybody has to work.
That's exactly what we don't want them to do. You see, this is it. The point that was made here that line manager experience is good for HR.
Yes.
Having worked as an HR specialist, I would, up to a point, agree with it. Look, what is the main sort of aim of HR in an organization? To make, and to enable and to facilitate all line managers to be good HR managers.
Sure.
Okay. Now, I think it has to come from the top. If somehow, the CEO, at the CEO table, HR starts getting the strategy, starts getting involved in strategy, business evolution plans, and that's where it all the linkage lies. Because obviously, in commercial organizations, the business strategy will at the end drive the HR strategy.
Of course.
Okay. So up to a point, it's good. I mean, you see both sides of the coin, you have a better understanding. But now to overcome that, when HR specialists are there in an organization, what they can do to evolve themselves and their thinking is to have linkages with businesses all the time. Now, this is very, very important. Just to quote, what we have been doing.
Sure.
I mean, evolving organization, a government organization, very centralized systems of operations, administration rather than proactivity. That evolution, I have seen the organization evolve, and my thinking evolved with it also. So you have to have an adaptive mind, and to understand the business dynamics and then to go with it. So HR has to sort of go into the field. That's where the policies are actually going to have the impact. So if you don't understand the field, the way the work is done, the processes, the business synergies, HR policies and good HR policies cannot be involved.
Sure. Quick point, Shahrukh. Thank you, sir. Quick comment.
Sure. See, now, if what we do in our organization and that helps is we started from vision, and we were talking about vision quite a lot, and I was happy to hear that. So when we have vision, and from vision we pull out our key performance areas for all the departments irrespective of functions, and then we set smart goals or objectives. Regardless whatever you're proposing, it has to go, and it's like a pyramid. So whatever you are suggesting, it will go back and link to that vision, and if this alignment is there. But if this alignment is missing, then what will happen is what you were saying is, fine, this is good, this is my way.
Thank you very much. This is a very technical part here. Vision, we all talk about this. I'm just sharing an example. There's no offense on that.
Sure.
It's quite times back, a man entered, a very famous thing, entered in NASA, was entering in NASA. There was a sweeper type of doing work there. He said, what are you doing? He said, I am helping the man to step on the moon.
Correct.
Do we all agree? हमारे किसी low level के बंदे को हमारे vision या mission का इतना पता है? But the gap is there.
The gap is there,
exactly. The point is there. The gap coming to the point. Now the hall is open. Discussion is open to the audience. I would request question. If there are any opinions, that should be shared in the lunch. Quick questions. We have 15 to 20 minutes. All your solutions. Ji, please. There are questions here. Can be addressed. We are having good eminent speakers here. Sir, let me talk to them. Please, can you stand up and name yourself and introduce yourself?
My name is Umar Malik, and I'm a former HR specialist. My question to the panel would be that everything what you've said is all very good, very nice, but I come from everything that you've said is very good, very nice, but I come from a private sector background. What my question would be relates to what Shahrukh also said, and that is that in the private sector, when you are working for a SATE organization, how do you make sure that the SATE actually knows what he wants to do? And how does that come down to the HR and then to the entire organization? Because in my experience, unfortunately, there are many enterprises in Pakistan who change their vision and their goals, whether they are HR goals or business strategies, after every dream, it's changed.
Thank you.
So how do you do that?
We got your question. I owe you a cornetto because this is the voice of the heart of a lot of people here. And yes, Waqar Sahab, you are working with this type of environment. Can you address that? It's very typical here.
Well, I think this is what we are paid for. And this is where we are miserably failing. Let's be very honest. HR people have not been able to, live up to the expectations. We can't throw blame on SATEs. Absolutely not.
Great.
I want to address this part about the SATE and all that. He was saying that, how does an HR person teach, or that's something what he was saying, the SATE, that how this is. This is where the fundamental flaw laws. आप कोई जिहाद करने के लिए नहीं आए हो, ठीक है? अगर SATE है, उसकी organization है, he wants to run an organization in a particular manner, and he has hired you to run that organization. If you understand and you agree with that, work for him. If not, take the highway. ठीक है? ये ज़बरदस्ती का जो contradiction, जो holier than the Pope का concept है ना, you need to get out of that. Work for the organization goal, rather than trying to teach the owner of the organization how to run his business. No, sir, that's not the right approach.
Sir, do you have a comment?
Assalamu alaikum.
Sir, Waqar Sahab, you have a comment on it. Please, wait a minute. Let's have a comment. Sir.
Yes.
Just a quick comment to this. I fully agree with Akram Saab. It is HR professionals. We have to present ourselves in a manner that we convince them. And again, here the point is very pertinent that instead